NFL season about a week away. Labor agreement set to expire in 2020. Steelers guard Ramon Foster advice to players: save up. Foster telling players to be more prepared for a potential lockout than they were during last time. Among the issues concerning Foster are aspects of the league's drug policy, including an appeal process that's often handled by a sole arbiter, resulting in varied rulings. You hit him in the pocket, said Foster. That way money always talks. For us to do that, we've got to save on our end. We can't be blowing money and not realizing what's coming. New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees also commented on the relationship between the NFL and the Players Association. He said, "We as players have always tried to make it more of a partnership than it is our side versus your side." He said, "Just think, unfortunately though, that's the way it's been framed now. Bottom line, NFL $25 billion a year business by the end of the CBA," says Roger Goodell. Everybody hopes it continues past that. Banc of California officially signs off as LA Football Club's first official naming partner. $100 million over 15 years, about $6.5 million a year. MLS' biggest naming rights deal, one of them anyway, with fewer than 40 branches and about $10 billion in assets. The bank will become the smallest one ever to put its name on a pro sports venue. It's about 1/10 the size of BBVA Compass, the bank that holds the naming rights to the Houston Dynamo Stadium. The deal may seem surprising given the bank's size, but it reflects a web of relationships the bank's leaders have nurtured behind the scenes with the team's management. LAFC recently broke ground on its new stadium, built on the site of the LA Sports Arena and next to the LA Coliseum. MLS not only commanding larger expansion fees, but bringing in major corporate partners as well. And Roger Federer and Rafael Nadal have committed to the inaugural Laver Cup, pitting the best of Europe against a world team beginning in 2017 and played every year except when there's an Olympics. And the format pits singles and doubles players against each other over 3 days. Next year's event will be held at the O2 Arena in Prague. Federer said that he'd hoped the Laver Cup would provide a better bonding experience than the ATP World Tour and the Davis Cup. He also expressed confidence the top players drawn by the Laver imprimatur would make it appointment scheduling despite its coming after the U.S. Open and an ensuing week of Davis Cup play. John McEnroe captains the world team, and Bjorn Borg heads the European team. Team world captain likely adding Canada's Milos Raonic to the world team. He's seeded 5th in the U.S. Open, working with McEnroe as a coaching consultant since Wimbledon. However, McEnroe stated he and Raonic will not be working together during the U.S. Open. For Milos's sake, and for ESPN and my sake. McEnroe, of course, serves as a television commentator for ESPN.